Spartan. Okay, this is an installation video for the VTS-787, which is the Spartan window seal. And we have a window that is 10 inches by 17 and a half. And so measuring the perimeter, that would be 55 inches. And so this piece is cut just a little bit short of 55 inches. I have already removed the operators, and I've taken the screws out of the hinge. Take the piece, I'm going to find the midpoint here, and I'm going to start at the top in the center. And the tool that I'm going to use is a pliers that I've just taped in a closed position that gives me a blunt end. And I'm just going to start in the hardest part, which is the part that has the hinge, and I'm just going to push down repeatedly and work my way around. Now, as you're doing this, what you want to do is you want to hold up with your thumb and try to roll the piece down in as best you can. Because this portion is underneath the drip cap here, it's not as important that it be rolled all the way in, but you do want it to be firmly seated. As you progress, it will get easier because you obviously don't have this metal that you're trying to get by. And then this part can just be done by hand because there's more room. Sometimes you might want to use the tool to kind of roll it around. And again, just try to roll it into position so that the flap is more upward. Now, what you'll find is in the corners, it's going to bunch up. And some of that's to be expected, but one way that you can help to avoid that is by providing a little bit of tension, especially in these upper corners. So I'm just going to pull down and see how that kind of gets rid of that buckling. So I'm just going to lay this back in here and work it around. This is just going to take a little bit of massaging to just get it oriented. Now I'm going to do the same thing over here, and I'm going to fast forward the video . Okay, now I've come all the way around, and you can see how this is in an upward position as it comes around, which is what you want. Here it's going to lay more flat, and really, because you have additional metal here, it's hard to get that oriented, but again, it's going to be protected underneath the drip cap. Here, I have a little bunching in the corner, and had I tried to pull this downward, I could have gotten rid of some of that. But this is laying in pretty good. This part here could be rolled up a little bit more. You can see how easy it is to do that. And this is all laying good. And now, one final word about the closure here. You want to make square cuts on the end, and you do not want to have a gap. And so what I would recommend is just kind of pull these apart from each other a little bit, just so you make sure you don't cut it too short. And then when you cut it, you can just use a very sharp knife. And then you just lay it in. But there it is. And then last step, just to make sure that you got it right, set the glass back in. Just make sure that it all closes flush. So there you go.